Attention, layabouts! The Neuhoff stud farm's been raided. We don't know much about what happened, just what that Neuhoff stable boy told us. Get your arses mounted up and let's ride out. On the double. Maybe we'll catch up with that rabble. Can we go? Are you ready? Well, why are you wasting time? We won't wait forever. I don't know what Sir Radzig sees in you, and I don't care. If you're to ride with my men, I expect you to listen. Good. Then follow me, keep quiet, and do exactly as you're told. All right, men. Saddle up! And no dawdling. The last one there won't find me a happy man. What are you loitering here for? You have a job to do. Didn't you say you were going to scout the area? I don't have time right now, and I believe you have work to do. I knew that boy would be good for nothing. Saddle up and let's ride. We can't wait forever. Silence! I don't want to hear it. Where have you been? All that bold talk and then you disappear? That's not the kind of man I need. You! We waited for you while people here suffered, damn it. We could have caught the ones who did it, and because of you, they've run off. Fine. I'll ask around about it. And what of it? Are you certain it's their tracks? Who? So, you're relying on the word of those cowards. What makes you so sure? Bloody hell! Let's have at them! Who? You killed them? What? You saw them? How should I know? Go and ask at the stables. All my men are already searching for them. I've done all I can. I'll send Ruda with you, if you do happen to be right. Ruda, go with Henry here and take a look in the woods to the north. Now! Men! We know where they are! Follow me! After him! Damn it! The bastard deserved it, but now we still know nothing. That was a job well done, lad. I don't reckon we'd have ever found those bandits without you. Well, he was right. They were asking about him. So who did he recognize? All right, since you've gone this far, you may as well ask around in Uzhitz. We've enough to do here in these parts anyway. Sir Radzig will tell you about it. He said to send you to him if you haven't already been. Out with it, then. You've done well enough, as long as it all comes to something. If the good Lord watches over you as he's done so far, seems like nothing will stop you. Well, at least I didn't have to keep breathing down your neck to get it done. You found that fugitive, and now you know who to track down. For God's sake, man, pull yourself together and speak clearly. Excellent. Let's get them. You, stay here on guard. We're going back to Neuhoff. Where have you been? While you were gone, we found a dead brigand in the woods. The others are probably long gone by now. No, he was already dead. Go and take a look if you want. One of my men is still standing guard, just to be sure. A bit north of Neuhoff in the woods. You can't miss it. That's them! Attack! Don't let them get away! Give them no quarter! Fuck! We need him alive. How many of them are there? We'll see about that. After them. Lead the way. Is that so? What's the matter? Did you lose your way? Aye. There's less evil in the world now. It's just a shame we couldn't squeeze anything out of them. They probably could have told us some interesting things. True. And how do you fare? Have you found anything? What did you expect? Well, we'll see what they think when we turn up. Let's go, boys! All right. Come and talk to me once you find something, will you? Excellent. Once you have everything, come and see me. Is that clear? Well, now, you do surprise me. What did you find out? Was he mixed up with that gang? No wonder. They would have cut his throat to silence him. Who did he recognize? It seems you've got a nose for those whore sons. I wonder if you can find that other one while you're at it. All right, then. You did your job. Better go and report to Sir Radzig, and he'll decide what to do next. An insolent pup. Just as I thought. Against all better judgment, they've decided to give you your own horse. Now, mount up and ride behind us. The dappled gray beside my stallion is yours. Make sure you take good care of him. So Sir Radzig let him have his way in the end. He should have let me beat some answers out of him. Just try not to mess it up. Here's that key. Awake already? I hope you've had a good rest after all you've been through. You might need it. We've got work to do tonight, so get up and get going to Talmberg as soon as possible. You need to rouse Sir Divish and his men for the attack. We'll meet this evening at the stronghold and settle up with that sly bastard. Listen up, men. It's going to be a long night, and no easy pickings. I want every last one of you standing here in full armor and ready for action by sunset. Yes, lad, I know. Here's the key to the armory. Take whatever you need. You deserve it. Come on, you're not even trying. You need to guard your left side. You're needlessly slanting your blade and losing time because of it. Excellent. That's what I like to see. Herrgott, work more with your wrist. You're holding it like a stick. Footwork. I keep telling you. Don't be lazy. Take another step into that slash. Lower. You have to go lower. Come on. Put your back into it. That's it. Faster. Speed is essential. Yes, you're that boy Sir Radzig sent.
There's nothing I can do for you here. Come when I'm at the combat arena.
Let's get to it then, since that's what Sir Radzig wishes. That's for me to decide. And right now, a boy is exactly what you seem. And because you've never held a sword in your hand before, we'll start with something simpler. Fine, we'll try something more advanced then. Come with me and listen closely. I don't want to be repeating myself. And let's get going. You know what? I don't even want to know. If Sir Radzig hadn't recommended you, you'd be getting a whipping right about now. Do you understand me? Where did you think you were going? Jesus. You've come at a bad time. Try stirring yourself during daylight. You better hope I've slept well. Your greetings, Sir Hans. What brings you here? Not at all, my lord. It's Sir Radzig's orders. Don't leave yet. Sir Radzig also wanted me to teach you archery. Come with me. Good, good. That's right, exactly like that. Good work, lad. We might make a soldier out of you yet. Good, you've got the hang of this. That's it, just like that. Come on, put some effort into it. Where are you looking? Focus! Oh, my God. Waste of time, I knew it. Come on now, don't give Sir Radzig a bad name. You're getting it all wrong. No, not like that. Put more effort into it, boy. What's going on? What are you waiting for? I don't have all day, boy. Let's go. What is it? Sudden visitation by the Holy Spirit? Move, quickly. Till Sigismund came and then you folk, it was a fine, peaceful life here. I can't complain. He knows how to keep order, but he does it with good humor. I'd like to know the answer to that myself. I hope things can settle down quick and you lot can clear off. It'll be even finer once you all clear out and I can move back into my chambers. They call them Cumans or Kipchaks. Our Lord says they fled from the Mongols to Hungary and settled there. They're herdsmen and excellent horsemen, and barbarians, too, for all that they claim they've turned to Christ. I hear he's on good terms with the king, probably why Sir Hanush opened the door to him. Sir Radzig seems like a fair man, and folks say he's a good governor. He'll be the governor here in a few years. Sir Hanush is just his guardian until he comes of age. The young lord spends most of his time making merry, but he'll grow out of it. He's no fool. Congratulations, Sir Hans. Nicely shot. Well, I didn't expect that. Probably just wasn't your day, sir. Sir Hans, is this necessary? Sir Hanush has already had words about you fighting with your subjects. He explicitly told me. That's it, then. I don't like to say it, but it wasn't that bad. Well, that was awful. I didn't imagine a village yokel like you would have much skill, but you failed to meet even my low expectations. Now, you've really done it. You'll go to the stocks for that. Calm down, boy. Keep in mind who you're talking to. You better hope his lordship hasn't taken it badly. Watch it, boy. A few of my men have won fights against him before and never had a problem, but you could be the first. Careful. You might be under Sir Radzig's protection, but you'd be wise to stay on good terms with the other noblemen, too. Now go to the Rathaus. The bailiff's waiting for you there. Round up the men. Remember, in the absence of your lord, you must fight for him and for Skalitz. Give those bastards what's coming to them. Dismissed. I have some bad news. More bad news. Istvan has reinforcements coming. If Sir Radzig is to have any chance, we'll have to defeat them quickly and mercilessly. Then mount up, youngster, and we'll move out. Ah, you deign to join us. We're honored. That's as much use to me as a shield to a dead man. Think you can do what you like because Sir Radzig's taken a liking to you? I don't know what he sees in an insolent brat like you. And mount up. Let's move out. Whoa! Slow down. They most certainly will. Let's go. We have to make camp. Hamlin, you'll take 2 men and come back here later. I won't have Vitus and Cyril left as crow meat. Vitus and Cyril? I sent them to scout ahead, so someone should go to those places and find out what they can. You should do it, Henry. My men would probably just startle them. First, we have to find out where those Horsens are holed up. According to the reports, they raided a few farms around here. About as dangerous as sitting here in the camp. One is uphill from Neuhof, right by the woods. One here above the woods by the crossroads, directly north from our camp. Are you still here? Head off to Talmberg immediately. Divish needs time to get ready.
Why are you still here, Henry? You should have been at Talmberg by now.
Ah, I'm glad to hear it. Is it far? How many men did you see?
Jesus Christ! Are you mad, Henry? You went there on your own?
Are you serious? How do you know? Right. Well, I suppose I should go and see for myself. You'd better ride to Ratai and report to Sir Hanush. He won't believe his ears. But what happened? Glad to hear it. I've had enough of sitting on my arse. Shit. That won't be easy. Oh well, nothing to be done. Wulfen of Camberg must hang from the ramparts in Ratai, the same as us. Well, now we'll see if my cousin is really as tough as they say. Otherwise, he'll be swinging tonight from the Ratai ramparts. Only 5? He must have lost a few men in the skirmish with Muloda. Well, we'll finish the job. Wulfen of Camberg must hang from the ramparts and Ratai tonight. Next time, make sure you do. Don't you know anything about scouting? Well, it's not like we have any choice but to attack. It's time that mad bastard was hanging from the Ratai ramparts. Don't get too cocky. These skirmishes in the woods can get tricky. Who knows what the bastard has up his sleeve? Anyway, I'll round up the men and you can lead us to this camp of theirs. Parley with robbers? You must be out of your mind, lad. What are you trying to say? You're going to advise me? And probably cripple Meloda, and has the gall to go pillaging on the estates of my liege lord! Quiet! I suggest you save your peace-loving thoughts for Sunday Mass, and tell me whether you're ready to get going or not. I want to start shedding blood. Not only is that bastard dragging my family's good name through the mud, he also killed 2 of my men. Bit of spying could well be of use, all right. I hope so. And try and come back in one piece. I don't want to explain to Sir Radzig why I sent his favorite into a robber baron's camp unarmed. I'll give you a livery with my coat of arms, so it's clear you're my messenger. And you'll have to go unarmed. And Wulflin's a conceited bastard. If he knows you come from me, he'll receive you just for a chance to tell me to go to hell. You want to parley? Listen, Henry, you can't rely on Wulflin to act honorably. There's every chance you won't come back. No, I'm sorry to say I haven't. Well, you can keep your suggestions to yourself. Can we get going or not? No, out of the question. Pillaging needs to be stopped by swords and not words. If we make a deal today, in a week another 20 bastards will be lining up for Sir Hanush's coin. They say blood's thicker than water, but sometimes I wonder. Look at our king and Sigismund. Nothing in particular, just that he's a ruffian, a treacherous bastard, and a bandit. No wonder the whole Camberg clan is cursed. Miloda, Wulfin, and I have the same great-grandfather, Urban, Baron of Oleshna. Only instead of getting rid of the unborn child, she ended up having 5, all in one night. But only one of them lived till morning, the youngest, Wilhelm, and his face was disfigured. They say the witch deceived the countess, and it was Satan himself who impregnated her. Like I said, Wulfin's grandfather married Countess Barbara of Hogwitz. She didn't want to bear his child and went to a witch to get rid of it. As for Wulfin, word came that he died in Silesia. Then, one day, he appeared from nowhere. There are folk who say death has no power over him. Depends how you look at it. Wilhelm wasn't a bad man while he was in his right mind, but he was terrifying to look at. I still get shivers down my spine when I think of him. Get a move on, then. There's no time to waste. And in one piece, I see. That's something, at least, but I doubt you achieved anything. But at least I don't have to put my men's necks on the line. So something good came out of your rash disobedience. They're less of a threat now. They'll scatter without a leader. We'll take care of them. You ride to Ratai now and report to Sir Hanush. And next time, you do as I order. Is that clear? I sent you to parley, not fight. What? Well, no matter. It was a good idea and certainly a brave deed. At least we've had time to prepare for the attack. Now, all you have to do is lead us to their encampment. I can hardly believe it. That turned out a lot better than I expected. The coin is for Sir Hanush, I expect. And Henry? Nice work. Well then, take the money and ride to Ratai. In the meantime, we'll break camp and make sure those bastards keep their part of the bargain. I don't know about letting them go like that. They'll be hungry.
All you've truly done is send them on to rob our neighbors. Even so, to let them go just like that? Damn it, Henry. The worst thing is, I can't take it back. You went there as my envoy. Next time, use your head. You seriously damaged our Lord's honor. Still, can't be helped now. We'll send word to the neighboring fiefdoms. Hopefully someone will deal with them. You ride to Rattay and report to Sir Hanush. Are you mad? They killed 2 of my men. That's true. True enough. Maybe not, but it troubles me. They slayed 2 of my men and crippled my cousin. Anyway, I'll warn the neighboring lords that those bandits are on the loose. Ride to Rattay and report to Sir Hanush. Get a move on, then. There's no time to waste. Excellent. Let's go. Do you know how long you kept us waiting? Let's get going, for Christ's sake. Wulflin of Camberg, for your crimes against Sir Maloda of Oleshna and Sir Hanush of Lipa, you have been declared a reprobate and an outlaw. Will you willingly lay down your arms and accept your just punishment at the hands of Sir Hanush? Or do you intend to offer resistance? Advance! Retreat! Back to the camp! You ride back to Rattay and report to Sir Hanush. My men have scattered in the woods, so I'll wait here with Sir Hans. Maybe some of the others will turn up. I'm all right, Henry. What are you talking about, boy? That Whoreson routed my men. We barely came out alive. What? By all that's holy, it's a miracle, Henry. Go to Rattay, quick, and tell Sir Hanush the good news. Are you in earnest? What about the others? Didn't look like he intended to pursue us. Anyway, we still have our horses, so we can always outride them. You won't be happy, but at least you'll be glad to hear Sir Hans is all right. Finish them off! Give them no quarter! Victory is ours! We'll break camp and head back to the castle. You ought to go on ahead and report to Sir Hanush. Praise the Lord. My men are no easy pickings, and you and Sir Hans helped us a lot. Am I to take it you intend to resist? All right. Ask the folk here about it. Maybe you should have. Did he have anything on him? I'll take the men and scout the woods. All right. We'll take care of them. And another thing, where are you hiding that boy? We need to talk to him. Well, if you're that careful, I'm sure you can tell me which way those bandits went. I don't want to have to scour the whole woods for them. I have a report you're harboring a fugitive here and obstructing a member of the garrison in the course of his duty. Do you want to swing, you scoundrel? That wasn't hard, was it? Now let's get to work. Coots and all. What the hell are you doing, Henry? There he is. How much longer are you going to keep us waiting? Clear off! What the fuck are you lurking around here for? You couldn't be bothered to ride out with us, but now you're hanging around like a bad smell. Rhoda, Henry here thinks he's found something. Stick close to him, and for God's sake, keep an eye on him. He's supposed to be hiding in some hut nearby. There's an overgrown path on the right of the Uzhitz road leading there. So are you coming with us or what? Fine. Fine, then. See you back at the stud farm. As you like. Just don't get under our feet when the action starts, you hear? See, lad? That's how it's done. Come with us if you want, but we can manage without you, too. You can go and talk to that ginger lad if you like. Still breathing? Or not? Fuck! Are they still alive? Leave them here to rot. They'll make a nice morsel for the foxes. Good work, men. There's 2 fewer criminals to prey on honest folk. Now back. Hurry up. The filthy bastards! They should have hanged for this. Shit! Exactly. And I don't buy that business with Prokop. He double-crossed his own brother, and the rest is just his cover-up. From what I've heard about him, I wouldn't trust him if he told me rain was wet. That's it, then. I don't like to say it, but it wasn't that bad. Well, that was awful. I didn't imagine a village yokel like you would have much skill, but you failed to meet even my low expectations. Now you've really done it. You'll go to the stocks for that. Calm down, boy. Keep in mind who you're talking to. Congratulations, Sir Hans. Nicely shot. Well, I didn't expect that. Probably just wasn't your day, sir. Sir Hans, is this necessary? Sir Hanush has already had words about you fighting with your subjects. He explicitly told me. Wait a while, Henry. Why do you say that? That is suspicious. But it could be a coincidence. They mentioned him by name? What do you mean? He might just have been in shock. That is fucking suspicious. You should search for him, Henry. Go, before the trail turns cold. I'll send a report to Rattay. Where? We've got to find him. But if his friends really are hiding him, I doubt they'll talk to my men.
So let's see what you're made of. Hold it properly, and keep moving. Never stand still when your life depends on it. You've got to put your back into a good slash. No use waving the sword around like you're swatting flies. Go into the attack with your whole body. Try slashing from various sides to get used to it. Right, good. Now try attacking. That pointy tip isn't for decoration. Try stabbing me with it a few times. That will do. Slashing, stabbing, and movement are the foundations that you build everything else on. String your strikes together. As soon as you finish one, begin another. Strike, strike, strike. Now, let's try something more complicated. One strike I can simply fend off. You mustn't give your opponent time to react. Try not to exhaust yourself. Pay attention, and when your strength is failing, pull back for a while. See how breathless you are? This is really important. If you rush heedlessly into the attack, your opponent will just deflect your blows. And when you can't keep it up any longer, he'll take you down with one blow. Now let's see how you do with defense. It's not hard to block a basic strike. Just watch out and move your sword into the path of the blow. That'll do. Once again, notice how blocking gradually exhausts you. Parrying can save your arse for a while, but it'll never win you the fight. In the end, your opponent will tire you out and hit you. But we'll look at that in a while. Now you have the basics, so we'll put them to the test. We'll fight for a while. Try out everything you've learned.
I'd like to kick your arse back to the castle and be shut of you. But it's true, you're a fucking peasant who knows nothing about soldiering, and it's my job to whip you into shape, so I'm not done with you yet. God have mercy on you if you ever try anything like that again. If you're lucky, I'll only have you whipped and clapped in the stocks, because if I get my way, you'll be hanged for desertion. I hope we've got that out of the way, and I've made myself absolutely clear. And now, let's hear what you have to report. I really don't know, my lord. He disappeared without saying a word to anyone. Never crossed my mind he wanted to get himself killed, and you didn't bother telling anyone. And what if some bandit skewered you and left you for dead? We'd never find you because you told no one where you were going. How would I explain that to Sir Radzig, eh? Well, well, look who deigns to grace us with his presence. Silence! Keep your ignorant mouth shut when I'm giving you the benefit of a veteran's wisdom. You do what I tell you, answer only when I ask, and not go roaming off whenever you feel like it. Lord Capon, when we get there, I'd like you to hold back. Undoubtedly, Sir Hans, I just meant for your own safety. Very well, Your Grace. About his being a relative of mine and Meloda's? We have the same great-grandfather, Urban, Baron of Oleshna. Wulfen belongs to a distant branch of my family, which, well, let's just say they bring no honor to our name. I heard the same, only, well, I'm sure you've heard what they say about the Camberg branch of my family. Think what you like. But I heard it from my grandfather, and he never paid attention to old wives' tales. Very well. At home, we always spoke in whispers about our Camberg relatives. When Wulfen's father, Wilhelm, came to visit, I'm almost ashamed to say it. Well, the servants were so afraid of him that they went and hid in the barn. Father had them whipped, but even then they wouldn't go near Wilhelm. They were afraid he cursed them, and I couldn't blame them. Uncle Wilhelm's face was so badly disfigured, folk would cross themselves when they saw him. I was afraid of him myself as a boy. So, when she fell pregnant, they say she went to a witch to get rid of the child. Only she ended up having quintuplets. Can you imagine it? 5 babes born in one night? No, he was born that way. You see, his mother, Countess Barbara of Hogwitz, didn't want to marry Wilhelm's father, my grandfather's brother. She never wanted to bear his children. And that's not all. 4 of them didn't live till dawn. Only the 5th survived, and he was disfigured. Wilhelm. They say the witch cheated her, and instead of getting rid of the child, she put the devil's seed inside her. Well, Wilhelm carried that with him his whole life. When his own wife was in childbed, he had 7 friars kneeling in her chamber day and night. It didn't stop the rumors, though. When his son, Wulfen, was born, he looked normal enough, but he turned out to be as wild as a stray tomcat. Then later Wulfen turned up, even though he was supposed to be dead for years. There were folk who said he was dead, But that wouldn't stop the devil's spawn. When he was on his deathbed, they sent for a priest, not just to give him the last rites, but because they were afraid the devil would come out of him and possess someone else. You're right about that. A few years ago, Wolfen went off to Poland, and Wilhelm got worse and worse. He cursed everything and everyone in his path, starting throwing crockery at the servants. Pray, Sir Hans. Pray. Very well, then. Let's see what you're made of, lad. Come at me and don't hold back. Fine. That's enough. I have my work cut out, it seems. But that's life. Fine, enough. You're not a complete dead loss. It'll be hard work to turn you into a master, but you have the basics. Right. Lesson 2. Everything you've learned about blocking is wrong. But it's better not to control just the space, but actually your opponent's weapon. Attack, and I'll show you. When I cover, I can simply fend off your blows with my sword and gain control of the space between us. All right, that will do. Now you. The trick is to stay in your stance. As soon as I start to attack, you block. The move knocks the blade aside. Right, now we'll try it a little faster. Concentrate and block just at the moment I start attacking. I'll strike you from above each time so you can see it well. Good, good. Now let's try it at full speed. You probably won't succeed, but that's normal at the start. You must train. Let's go. Let's try it. You strike a few times at the side where I'm not holding my sword.
Let's try something more advanced. When in combat, keep an eye on the space between you and your opponent. That is your space.
Try to attack from the side the opponent will find harder to block in time. If I'm holding the sword raised up, do an uppercut. If my sword is low, lunge.
As I'm sure you've noticed, the roads around here are swarming with brigands. In any case, bring me the spurs, and I'll take it as proof that the deed's done. Wait. In addition, Sir Hanush has offered a reward for every bandit who's killed. So take a good sharp dagger. You'll get a bit extra for each ear you bring. We know about one of their encampments. It's to the east of Ratai in an abandoned mine. It all depends on what you're ready to do, my lad. Sir Hanush has declared quite a reward for dealing with them. Where's the proof? Let's see. Get a move on! Go! What are you waiting for? Inspiration? Move! Charge, you rabble! Move your arses or I'll hang the fucking lot of you! Barbaric ways for barbaric times, my boy. Well, as for amusement, I'd entertain myself by being very careful, lad. Oh, that is a nice bit of news. Good work. Pleased to hear it. I've had another report. Some folk were ambushed to the west of Ratai, on the hill across the river from the gallows. It would be worthwhile to check it out. I've heard about another encampment. It seems it's somewhere near the stream that flows down from Neuhof. And that's not all. There's some trouble on the road to Sasau. There's most likely another camp thereabouts. It looks like your work is done here at Ratai. I haven't heard of any other camps, so we may finally have some peace and calm. Good work. Glad to hear it. But have no fear of idleness. I've sent word to Captain Robard. They're expecting you at Talmberg. There are Cuman hordes rampaging through their woods. Good. Good. That's how to treat the bastards. Quite a collection. My boy, you're God's own avenging angel. Bastards deserved it.
One more time. See? I didn't go against your sword. I went with it and fended it aside. That way I opened your cover and could strike. See? I'm leading you as if I had you roped. Once more. It has to be perfectly timed, damn it. It won't always come off. Strike from any side you like. Where did we finish? Yeah, leading the opponent where you want him. Attack, and I'll show you. There's one more way to evade a strike. You simply step aside. It'll throw the opponent off a bit, and there's your chance. I'll attack slowly now. As you see me, raise the weapon, jump aside. All right, try it. It's important not to move too soon. I'll see where you're going and hit you. That the same will happen if you move too late. Right. There's one more way to evade a blow. Attack! Never take your eyes off your opponent. You'll see a strike before it's even properly started. Fine. Now try it a little quicker. Try and get used to the rhythm. And the last thing for today, a trick. Try it. Draw back the weapon, then change the attack zone and strike, so I don't have time to react. You raise the sword to force your opponent to block, but then change the direction of the attack at the last moment, and the opponent won't even know what hit him. Good! You won't trick an old hand with that, but if you learn to feint really well, you can easily take down an unprepared opponent with one blow. Right, men. Check the area. What the fuck happened here? You have to keep an eye on everyone. You can't trust a word anyone says these days. If it was up to me, I'd show them what's what. I'd make proper soldiers of them yet. Let it all end soon, so we can go back. Our tie could go the same way as Talmberg. There'll be nobody left to come to our aid.
Right, you rabble. Mount up and let's go.
Let's see then. Take this bow, go and stand in position over there, and we can start. And another thing, put on this arm guard. Without it, you could flay your forearm with a bowstring, so be sure to wear it. Save the thanks and get in position. All right? You're not completely useless, but turning you into a proper combatant will take a lot of training and practice. But don't get cocky. You have to train hard and persistently. You might have talent, but talent alone won't do. Practice. Well now, that wasn't too bad. Maybe we'll make a soldier of you after all. Don't just stand there like a pillar of salt. Keep moving. Don't stop, or you'll be an easy target. Remember this well. In combat, never stand too long on one spot. Faster! As soon as your blow hits home or is blocked, strike again, straight away. Too slow! One strike after another. Even faster! Hit, hit, hit! Don't slacken the pace. Just holding the sword at a block will drain your strength. Keep it in mind and pull back now and again. Right. See how blocking costs you stamina? Watch out! See, I lure you, then attack unexpectedly. Ha! Good hit! Good strike! No, not like that. You mustn't hold the sword there. You have to move along with the attack. Again. Too soon again. Try and catch the rhythm. You see the sword move, you move at the same time and deflect it. That was good. You don't go against the sword, you go with it. I glance off, and you have the advantage. See that? I wait for the strike and only evade when I see where it's aimed. Jump to the side, and you could attack right away. Jump back, and you're out of reach. Don't hop around like a startled rabbit. We have to train. At them! Attack! Shields, for fuck's sake! Cover yourselves! Wait till I raise the ladders. Go! 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 To the walls! Henry, go with the men and flush out anyone left around the tents so they don't creep up on us from behind. The rest of you, form up and go to the top gate. You men, over there, go with him. Smash them! Clear those battlements! We've got them! And now from the south, we'll charge them from the rear to the guardhouse, through that breach, right above them. Had to? Do you think you were the only man who lost someone there? But the others listened to their lord. Sir Capon's right. Where's your master? Why? By the blood of the martyrs. What happened here? Did they steal anything? Any horses? Did your husband quarrel lately? Was there anyone who might want revenge? These are dark days when there's more kindness in horses than in men. Did you see anything? How many were there? Or what did they look like? Has anyone tried to follow their trail? Look for tracks and ask the folk if they saw anyone. Fuck! Someone must have at least caught sight of them. Mount up and quarter the area. We have to find out where they went. A pox on it. My sincere condolences, ma'am. I swear we'll hunt those monsters down and make them pay for this. What the hell use are you? You stay here. Well, if you must. Just don't get in anyone's way. Don't go too far, and come back here when you're done. A few men will be all I need. You can rely on it, sir. Yes, sir. I'm sorry to interrupt, sir, but I've urgent tidings. A stable boy came from Neuhof. He says brigands raided the stud farm this morning. There's many dead or maimed. We don't know, sir. The stable boy just kept babbling about some huge fellow in black armor who led the attack. I'm not sure. The boy was so shook up he could barely speak. He said the bandits murdered for the joy of it. I'm sorry, sir. Your vassal Smill is dead. Yes, sir. As you command, my lord. His own mount? Soon as the men are ready, sir. My lord, I'm afraid you were right when you said these hostilities wouldn't end at Przemyslowice. My men reported 2 more attacks today. The bandits raided a few remote hamlets, but that's the least of our worries. They also attacked Merhoyed, and that's a much more serious matter. They attacked right after the battle in Przemyslowice. The bastards were probably trying to prove they're still strong, but there's a silver lining. The villagers held them off, and they even took one captive. He's wounded, but we can still interrogate him, if they haven't already.